This is going to be a quick little review of this orthopedic seat cushion by a company by the name of the Traagschuim. And my motivation actually for getting this was twofold. One, I actually have been sitting on a basically corner pillow from a couch that you can see is now quite flat for some time. So I've been using something like that up until a few weeks ago, and then secondly, the size of this cushion is actually very helpful because my office chair is a little bit low for my desk, so the amount of height that this gives me is just right with respect to my office. So anyways, when I received this, I was happy to see that a couple of things actually. Number one, it came really well wrapped and so forth, so they've taken care with respect to that. Secondly, when you do take it out, you will notice that this is quite soft. This is, they call it, I think, a crystal velvet. It's really quite soft, and the biggest benefit for me in particular was the fact that there is no texture to this. Unlike my office chair, which has got a bit of a rough texture, or that cushion that I just showed, there's a bit of texture. This does not. It feels perfectly smooth and really comfortable. You do have texture on the back side. You do have these sort of little rubber pellets here that you can see, which do a great job in holding the cushion in place. How you're actually supposed to sit on this, they say that men should have the opening at the front and the women turn it around. One thing you will notice is it's a little bit higher in this area, again if it's the back or the front depending on your sex, but for males this is a little bit higher at the back side here. It does take a bit of getting used to sit on this cushion. I have to admit it took me probably a week or so before I became really comfortable in it, but now that I've had it now for a few weeks, it's something that I actually find quite indispensable. The only, there's a couple of small points that I do want to bring to your attention, which I found a little bit of an irritation to begin with, and that is, if you look at this, it's actually rises here towards the front, what would be the front side for males. So you can see it's actually rising just a little bit. This sort of sits under my legs, under my the back of my thighs here, and it was a little bit of a bother at the beginning, but over time it's a as I said, it's become more comfortable. But you might actually feel this portion right here at the back of your legs when you first get this. The material itself, the cover, can be washed. The seller points out that you should not wash this with other clothes because it's possible that the color may run. So keep that in mind. They also point out not to use an iron or bleach and so forth, and you should try to air dry this if possible, which makes a lot of sense because if the cover shrinks, it's going to be an issue with the foam inside. Now, speaking of the foam inside, it is a memory foam, and so if we open this up, we'll just take a quick look inside. There is what I call a very firm memory foam. This is quite firm. This is not your soft memory foam. This is going to feel quite, it's not a high density memory foam, but it is quite firm. And it does a good job in terms of its rebound, as you can see. Overall, it's done a really nice job, and it's held up really well as far as I'm concerned, which surprised me actually. I was a bit skeptical in terms of how long this would hold up and how well it would hold up, but overall it's done a pretty good job. My other issue with respect to this is actually the zipper, which sometimes can be problematic, which it is being right now. But occasionally it's a bit of an issue when you try to open this or try to close it afterwards. So sometimes you end up having to really jig with this zipper before it closes. So I'm not going to waste too much time on camera with this right now, but you can see it's a bit of a trouble for me. But overall, this has done a really good job. It certainly has helped with comfort overall. I would say that I sit quite a bit during the day, but obviously I try to get out when I can and try to stay active when I can, but it's certainly been an improvement over my office chair and what I was currently using prior to this, which was a mattress. So they say there's a thickness here of about 9 centimeters. That's about right. You actually find it a little bit higher, closer to 10 centimeters in certain sections. which is again quite high for a foam cushion seat, but this does a really good job. The other thing that I do want to point out is you can see here it's got a handle, so you can take this with you. It's again really easy to take with you, and it doesn't weigh very much at all. And then lastly, again, I would just point out is if you're putting this onto a chair, because of the height of about 9 to 10 centimeters in overall thickness, it does make a difference in how you actually approach sitting on your chair. So just be a little bit careful with respect to going and sitting on your office chair, because when you add a height of about 9 to 10 centimeters, it's a little bit different. But anyways, I just wanted to go over some of the aspects of this. I'm very happy with this. Would I recommend this? Yeah, I would. Just keep in mind again that it's going to take you a little while to get used to the feel of it, especially as I said with these front sections that actually rise a little bit higher, and you can feel them on the back of your legs when you first get this. But over time, you start to really gain the comfort from this cushion overall, and it does a really good job. So anyways, this has been a quick little review of the memory foam seat cushion by the Travel East store, and I'll see you on the next one.
Questo è il cuscino, ho preso la misura quella adatta a tutte le sedie, è abbastanza alto e largo, in questo caso accoppiato anche con un cuscino per la schiena, preso il cuscino per il coccige perché lavorando tante ore al giorno seduto al PC avevo sempre dolori. Provato dopo il primo giorno già si è visto qualche miglioramento a fine giornata lavorativa. Funziona molto bene, è abbastanza duro, io peso 80 kg e torna sempre alla sua forma iniziale dopo l'utilizzo. L'unico forse appunto potrebbe essere il fatto che non ha una cinghia posteriore per legarlo magari alla spalliera della sedia, ma il fondo in gomma comunque sia con questi puntini in gomma rialzati, diciamo, lo tengono bene ancorato alla sedia e quindi non si muove. E niente, io sinceramente mi sto trovando molto bene, vediamo se nel tempo manterrà comunque la sua forma senza deformazioni e continuerà a svolgere insomma la sua funzione. Spero vi sia utile.
Meraviglioso, comodissimo, molto anatomico, la maniglia per portartelo dietro, sotto è così, guarda che bello, insomma sono contenta e soddisfatta e sto comoda dappertutto perché me lo porto dappertutto.